Have you ever thought about dragons? Those epic fire-breathing giants we see in movies and stories. They're almost always painted as these bloodthirsty monsters, hoarding mountains of gold and just waiting to roast some unsuspecting village. But what if I told you that's mostly just a myth? A story we've been told over and over. Let's dive into the fascinating world of dragons and separate fact from fiction. First off, the idea that dragons are mindless killers. It's just not true. Dragons are predators, absolutely. But they aren't inherently evil. They're carnivores, just like lions or wolves. They hunt to survive, not because they enjoy destruction for its own sake. They operate on instinct and necessity, not on some command to be heartless. Think of them less as villains, and more as the ultimate apex predators of a fantasy world. And that whole obsession with gold, that's another human invention. We project our own desires for wealth onto them, imagining them as greedy hoarders. In reality, a dragon would probably be more interested in a nice, juicy mammoth steak than a pile of shiny, inedible metal. Now, let's talk about their social lives. While dragons are often solitary, they aren't completely isolated. They come together for one of the most important reasons in nature: to protect their young. Imagine a gathering of these massive creatures, all united to guard their nests and ensure their eggs hatch safely. They're dedicated parents, raising their hatchlings until they're strong enough to take to the skies and find their own territories. It's a powerful image, isn't it? A community of dragons, bound by the instinct to preserve their lineage. Did you know there isn't just one type of dragon? The world of dragon mythology is incredibly diverse. The one you probably picture first is the classic European dragon. 4 powerful legs, a massive body, and a huge pair of leathery wings. But then you have the drakes, which are similar but lack wings, relying on their terrestrial strength. A more fearsome variant of this is the Hydra, a multi-headed wingless dragon. Then we have the wyverns. These are fascinating because their 2 wings also function as their front limbs, similar to a bat. In the same family, you might find a lindworm, which has only 2 front legs and no wings at all, slithering like a giant serpent with arms. Speaking of serpents, let's not forget the Amphiptera, a beautiful winged snake, soaring through the air. And finally, the mighty worms, which are colossal legless serpentine dragons, often found dwelling in caves or deep within the earth. Despite their differences in shape and form, one thing most of these species have in common is their legendary fire breath. And their appearance. It's as varied as the landscapes they inhabit. From earthy browns and forest greens that help them camouflage, to brilliant reds and shimmering blues described in ancient myths. Their colors are as diverse as the natural world itself. So, when you think about dragons, remember there's so much more to them than the stereotypes. They are complex, majestic creatures, sometimes feared, sometimes revered, but always awe-inspiring. They represent the raw, untamed power of nature, a symbol of both destruction and creation. These beautiful creatures might have a bad reputation in some stories, but in others, they are symbols of wisdom, power, and majesty. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the world of dragons as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into mythology and folklore. See you in the next one.